If you've been following this series, you've been armed with the right questions to ask when checking out an essential oil company, as well as the warnings you should be seeing for 10 popular essential oils. Some of you have been disappointed with the lack of transparency when it comes to essential oil safety precautions, and I don't blame you. As a certified clinical aromatherapist who doesn't sell essential oils, I'm going to address why it matters that a company provides proper safety info and what to do about it. I am also going to touch on GCMS and third-party testing and the myth that you get what you pay for. At the end of the episode, we'll talk about what the term therapeutic grade really means and why it was banned.
If you're going to learn about using essential oils safely, get your information from someone who doesn't profit from selling them. Leah Jacobson is an essential oil safety expert with the honor of educating over 1 million health-conscious families on safe remedies for themselves and their loved ones. Welcome to Using Essential Oils Safely with Leah Jacobson.
You may be asking why it matters if the information provided is safe, as you don't have to follow their usage recommendations. While this is true, and you can certainly use any brand of essential oil safely, a company that provides unsafe usage recommendations points to something greater: lack of education about aromatherapy that can spill out into areas that affect the product itself. For example, without proper training, a company may not realize essential oils have a shelf life and need to be stored properly. I have come across more than one company that believes essential oils don't expire, and I choose not to do business with them as I don't want to end up with oxidized essential oils. Other companies may not store essential oils in a cool place before shipping the product to you, which can also shorten shelf life. It also reflects the fact they are strictly a business focused on marketing and selling a product they know little to nothing about. This leads to customers getting hurt because they purchased essential oils they had no idea were carcinogenic, phototoxic, unsafe for use while pregnant, or unsafe to use with their children and pets. Remember, we have lots of options and can be as picky as we want when making this decision. So, what is GCMS testing and what do I mean by third-party testing? GCMS stands for gas chromatography mass spectrometry, and it's a method that combines both tests to identify different constituents and in essential oils and other substances. It's a good sign when a company sends out samples of their supplier's essential oil batches for testing to verify purity before selling to customers. A third-party chemist is a wise choice rather than in-house testing to prevent bias. Since I hosted third-party testing a dozen years ago, with much global attention as some of you remember, more and more companies are claiming to offer these tests. Keep in mind that just because a company tests an essential oil does not mean the essential oil has passed. Ideally, a company will provide these GCMS reports on their website so you can see these reports before you buy. And if you're curious about those test results, refer to part 1 of this series. Does a high price indicate high quality? Although you get what you pay for is true in most cases. You really can't make a decision on price alone when it comes to essential oils. There are a few affordable essential oil brands out there that are also high in quality. Likewise, you can pay a lot for an essential oil and not get a better product. For example, our first round of third-party testing showed a $15 bottle of myrrh was as good or better than the $69 and $85 bottles. If a company is using consultants to sell their product, they need to add commissions to the cost of the essential oil, which can inflate the price by 40% or more. It goes without saying, yet here I am saying it. If you are in your local drugstore and you see a row of essential oils with the exact same price, I saw that. Avoid them. Frankincense does not cost the same as eucalyptus and tea tree. Before I talk about the term therapeutic grade, I want to let you know how much I enjoyed teaching this series on essential oil brands. Many of you have been able to download and print the Choosing Brands book, and you've seen my thorough review of your brand, and it warms my heart to know more and more people are being educated about essential oil brands. You can find all episodes in this series at Leah leahjacobson.com/brands, including access to the brand reviews portal. So let's talk about therapeutic grade. Most of us have heard the term therapeutic grade, but what does it mean? When I was new to essential oils a dozen years ago, this one never made sense to me. Essential oils are supposed to be therapeutic, right? All essential oils are, by definition, therapeutic, except the toxic ones, of course. Not only that, there are no grades of essential oil. There isn't a governing body reviewing essential oils and determining the quality. That's what GCMS reports are for. I've always taught that if a company is claiming to have special therapeutic grade essential oils that are superior to other brands, consider that a huge red flag. Any certification in this area is self-certification and not from a neutral party. And the FDA agrees with me and has sent letters to the companies who were using this term and told them to stop. And they did. The next and final episode in this series will discuss pre-made blends. Should you buy blends made by companies who don't even warn you that an essential oil is blood thinning or unsafe for kids? And are they effective? We'll find out. If you found this helpful, share with a friend so we can use essential oils safely together.